The board of the National Student Financial Aid Scheme briefing the media on the outcome of the investigations into allegations on the appointment of the direct payment services providers. Let's listen in on that.
Area of deliberations and discussions. In the last 2 years, NSFAS spent an average of 11.9 billion rands per annum, 18 billion rands this year. And this will explain why when something goes wrong at NSFAS, it immediately affects 1.1 million students, and when factoring parents and siblings and family in general, it affects more than 6 million people just at one go. 6 million people and above is a figure that is far higher than the readership of any of our biggest newspapers in the country. We are therefore aware that NSFAS is a very important intervention by the state. In fact, it is one of the most important interventions our government has made since its inception and since 1994. Our posture, both as a board and management, will therefore always be to do everything we can do to assist. And in the process, we hope that the students should not be the proverbial grass when elephants are fighting. I just want to quickly take you to the context of the report that brought us here this afternoon. In relation to the purpose of our media briefing, well articulated by the program director, Mr. Mnisi, let me remind you all that the board of NSFAS appointed Werkmans attorneys and advocate Tembeka Ngukaitobi to conduct an investigation into the allegations of irregularities relating to the appointment of direct payment service providers. This is a bid that was issued and advertised on the 25th of January 2022. The closing date was the 25th of February 2022. In this bid, 4 service providers were appointed to facilitate the direct payment of allowances to our students on a national scale. Ladies and gentlemen, the board met on the 15th of October 2023 here in Pretoria to consider the findings and recommendations by the investigators as captured in this report as presented by Werkmans attorneys and advocate Tembeka Ngukaitobi, senior counsel. It's important to mention that the board has since adopted the recommendations of the report and took a resolution to implement them. Now, just yesterday, the 17th of October, the board met the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Dr. Blade Zimande, to brief him on the outcome of the investigations, which culminated into this report. Let me also indicate that the information that the investigators relied on consists of both documentary evidence and interviews. Again, let me indicate that this report is a board report and will be implemented in its completeness. Yesterday, the board wrote a letter to the CEO of NSFAS, Mr. Andile Nongogo, and presented to him a copy of the report. Just this morning, we met the representative of the 4 service direct payment service providers, also to bring the content of this report and its implications to their attention.